All right, hello and welcome to 5 Day Rentals, the video store podcast. My name is Bones, and we are talking British crime. How exciting.
Oi!
Oi, oi, oi.
Oi, oi, oi. Those were my co-hosts, Laundry Dan and Kron Howard. How are you guys?
Good, man.
Cool.
I'm good, you cunt.
Real glad to hear it. This is my category for British crime. I think I called it. We're doing crime, isn't it?
Yeah, why do you have Dan's energy right now?
I don't
I like it.
got it in me anymore, dude. I'm ready to retire.
You can't. You're still contracted for 3 more years.
No, I'm done. I'd be useless.
You're out on your own episode?
Yeah. I think
Take notes?
it's only fitting. It's not fair to you guys to call it on one of yours.
How would you spell Innt?
A
Innt.
little apostrophe, N-N-T.
Innt.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
We're doing crime.
I don't care.
isn't it?
I'm retired.
We're doing crime, isn't it?
Yeah. That's the joke, is like the Innt thing that they say. It should be like, we're doing crime, aren't we? But
I'd go I-N-N-T.
Well, right
Yeah.
now we're doing crime.
I don't
Are
want
we?
to do anything anymore. Seriously.
Why?
I'm done, man. It's
Well,
like
you could have told us this before
I've
we got
done
on
3 of the last 4 episodes, man. The burnout's real. Just
You're gonna have a big break.
stop.
You could just lay out by the pool all day.
I fear that you guys aren't getting the joke here.
I think the jokes you're kind of doing the main character from the movie Sexy
Okay,
Beast.
yeah, you got it.
Okay, later. You don't want to do it? Okay, later. I'll move on to somebody new.
Hey, I've been acting like I used to do porno, and neither one of you guys figured it out.
Like, your OnlyFans doesn't count as
When
permanent.
when were you
hanging
doing
out.
that?
Got my dong hanging out, dude.
That's just standard, though.
Yeah.
It
I'm
being
having
hard this time, I just thought was special.
I'm
I'm
having
You've been
so-
losing weight. I thought maybe you had more blood.
I'm so tired of being like, Kron, stop self-sucking, like, as we're doing episodes. It's getting old.
Yeah. All right, I'm back. I got the juice.
And
Was it
also,
my-
just to be clear, I'm never going to stop self-sucking.
I was going to say, was it my self-sucking joke?
I will never stop.
Do you stroke while you self-suck?
Not if you're good.
Do you coddle your own balls?
You can mix in a little ball play, I guess.
Where's your butthole? That is, you
Well,
throwing
where's
a
your
finger in
butthole,
there?
Dan?
You throwing a
Can you
finger
spit?
in there?
It's
Can
about
you
the same
spit on
place
it?
yours is located. I'm still just a man.
I don't know. That's right, guys. This category, we're talking the wonderful world of British crime. I don't know, not a subgenre, but there's a lot there. The heists, the
Mhm.
murder,
I'll say
good shit.
from doing some research for this, there's a handful of great movies and a wide, deep pool of bad movies.
Yes.
So you shouldn't have an issue.
Yeah.
Somebody better teach these Brits how to make a film already.
Why does everything look weird over there?
I don't
Their
know,
TV
dude.
looks weird. Their movies look weird.
Country's all fucked up.
That's fucking weird, man.
It really is like you got the 70s stuff and then like the 2000s stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, what were they doing in the 80s and the 90s over there?
They were making those
Love.
like midsummer murder shit, like, you know, just like detective.
What is doing old TV?
Yeah, detective shows and, shows about like a woman trying to keep a house tidy and shit. And it's the funniest fucking thing they've ever seen.
Yeah, we worked really hard on this season. It's 3 episodes long.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tend my garden. That's just grass, dude. If we got any fans in the UK, we'd love
don't.
and appreciate every download.
We don't. Maybe this was a plea to try to get across the pond.
Can't make a movie. Chelsea's playing today.
Oh, did she make the team?
Nice. Guys, we kick off with, I'm sorry, is this Oscar winner Jonathan Glazer now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
And his venture, this is a funny fucking movie, huh?
I think this is the most like approachable movie that I've seen.
Of his, yeah.
Kron only has 4
This might be
movies.
my first.
What's after this?
Birth.
That's the one I haven't seen.
That's with your lady, right?
Yeah, that's got Nicole Kidman in it. I should watch that.
He's
Yeah, you're
almost
saving
on the
it.
show.
I've seen Under the Skin is a weird ass movie. You seen that one, Bones?
Zero Desire.
Oh, it's bizarre, man. I don't know if I've seen a movie like it.
Under the
Okay.
Skin, it does have a moment that like fucking gets you.
Like gets under your skin.
No, it just like you're like, what the fuck just happened? Because you gotta watch it. But that was just Scarlett Johansson gets totally naked.
That's where
So
she
it
like
was like a perv watch for me.
she takes them to like a black void or something, feeds
Yeah.
on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting it.
All right. I never not had it though.
And then the Zone of Interest. Yeah. Not
Have
a
you?
lot.
Did you see it?
I still haven't finished that one.
Well, you know what happens.
It really is a. You should have probably went to the theater to focus. But I think like all these leading up, that's like how Wes Anderson totally like nailed it with the Grand Budapest Hotel, and he should have just stopped after that.
Oh, you mean when he nailed it with Bottle Rocket and then continued to nail it with Rushmore and then
when he
Royal
was working
Tenenbaums
his
and then-
craft up to the Grand Budapest Hotel and then retired and then didn't make a movie after that. That's kind of what the Zone of Interest is.
Are you one of those guys that say like Led Zeppelin should have stopped after 4?
After 2.
I think they should have stopped after band practice 1, dude. I'm just kidding. Led Zeppelin's great.
I mean, 4 is good. Did we need 3?
Well, what else-
legit
what else
couldn't tell you
after
what's on
4?
3. Physical Graffiti, House of Holy.
House of Holy's good, dude.
Yeah.
Physical Graffiti is like you got Cashmere. Is that all you need?
What's the other one? In Through the Outdoor? Is that after?
And then you got Coda.
Yeah.
You got Coda, and then In Through the Exit Door, I think, is their last word. One.
Oh, okay.
You know which one I like? Scream 3. All right, who do we got in this bad boy? What?
I've only seen Scream 3.
Okay.
How many are they up to?
6.
I think I ended at
They're
3.
all derivative of 3. Doesn't matter. It's the Grand Budapest of the Scream franchise, as far as I'm concerned.
That's saying a lot.
Who's in this, Bones? Ben Kingsley.
Ben Kingsley, who has
Boy,
far
is he
less
ever.
screen time than you. After you watch this movie, you think, oh, that's a movie about Ben Kingsley. But I think he's actually only on screen for like 12 or 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Hell of an impact. Let's not overshadow Ray Winstone, who's incredible in this fucking movie.
Yes.
And we all know the actor. I can never, for the life of me, remember his fucking name because he is forever Al Swearingen.
Oh, you mean Odin from... what is that show?
American Gods.
American Gods. Thank you.
Was that worth a watch?
I only saw season 1, but I had read the book, so I kind of like the story.
Oh,
Yeah,
you guys
I
are
don't think
talking
we're
about-
supposed to talk about him right now, though.
You guys are talking about Hot Rod's dad.
There you go.
That's true too.
Of course, I mean Ian McShane. And finally, actor who plays H in this, funny as fuck, a Kevin Kendall, who I can't really play. He's only been in like 6 movies. But the 2 women in this movie, very little is like screen time, very little to say. But the fucking key to the whole story, like after watching this three times in the last month, I think I have what my interpretation of this thing is. Or I know what I'm fucking bleeding into it. And those 2 women are absolutely fucking key to that. Okay, remind the listeners. Dan, I think you had seen this before. Kron, you had not.
I had seen this a good
Okay.
while ago.
Okay.
I'd only watched it once before, so.
When I revealed this, what was the internal dialogue between you two? Cool or fuck?
Mine
Excited.
was kind of like, I remember liking parts of the movie. I couldn't really remember it too. Like I know the setup of it, like this guy gets pulled back into crime. So I don't know. I was like pretty excited to rewatch it just because it had been so long since I'd first seen this.
Right on. And how many nights did you watch it over?
One.
Wow. The
How's
benefit
that
of an
for you?
87-minute movie.
Mm-hmm.
With ads?
No ads.
No ads. Paramount Plus came in clutch, I guess.
I actually ended up renting this off Amazon.
Okay.
There's a whole the TV that we got Paramount on. Like I couldn't remember the login shit.
Hey, stay in your fucking lane, buddy. Complicated television streaming setups. Kind of my thing here.
Why didn't you just text me?
Because I just texted you the other night about like another login.
I don't care.
Pornhub?
I just went to another TV and I rented it. It's fine.
Dan,
You
is this
gave
movie
money.
what you remember?
Oi! Yeah,
I'm
Man.
saving all the accent work for later.
it's a good time.
Yeah.
The heist is fucking cool. You forget how cool the heist is. Yeah, Ben Kingsley comes in and like a freight train, but I think I agree with you. I think Ray's performance is something to look at when you've seen it a few times. So
I don't know if this is a hot take. I think the heist is the worst part of this movie.
really,
Yeah, if the whole movie was the first 30 minutes, I would be happy with that. If it was just this old, I feel like the Ray Winstone's doing such a good job. I could watch an 1.5 hour movie of him just hanging out, like fucking bumming around Spain or whatever.
It has the feel of was a short film before it was a feature, right?
To me, it feels like 3 30-minute shorts stitched together.
Huh.
Have you
You've
seen any
kinda-
of his shorts?
No, I haven't.
Got one called The Fall. That's pretty
It's like
cool.
the first 30 minutes is just like a hangout kind of thing. Second 30 minutes is like the trouble with Don Logan. And then the last 30 is the trouble with Teddy / the heist.
Those are what the chapters would be called if Tarantino did this. The trouble with Teddy.
Mm-hmm.
The Don Logan problem.
Yeah.
The big fucking boulder.
But to me, it's like if the first 30 minutes, if that went on for another hour, I think I would like that movie.
What an interesting guy you are.
You just want to talkie, man.
Yeah.
That's all you want. You want me to call you a cunt for an hour?
Like if there were like problems with getting the boulder out of the pool and he was like, I just want to relax.
You want Kevin James's version of Sexy Beast.
I think I more want like
Steve Buscemi shows up as the truck driver.
Yeah, it's more like the Big Lebowski version of Sexy Beast.
Dan, you asked Kron if he wanted you to call him a cunt for an hour. He didn't answer. But what I do want you both to do right now is rate my Letterboxd.
All right. This is kind of a tough one. I'm going 4.0.
Dan, I think you're a silly, stupid cunt. I am also locking Bones in at a 4.0.
You stupid bollock fucking licking cunt knockers.
Yeah, we should say cunt a lot in this run of episodes.
Yeah,
right?
we'll definitely. There's another part of my logic of like, let me fucking match Dan's energy, because as this thing progresses over 3 weeks, I'm gonna need some Orbit gum. That's all I'll say.
To clean your dirty cunt mouth.
That's right. Sexy Beast 2000. Let's get into this shit. The hot Spanish sun. Oh, we see a beautiful bear of a man. I don't know if he constitutes a bear because he's pretty smooth.
Yeah,
but he's
not hairy.
He is a sexy beast. I don't know what
he shaves that, or you think the sun has just burned his hair off?
He could. Maybe it is that it's just so like, because that's what happens to me when I get a lot of sun. My hair just turns like, clear blonde. Doesn't matter. He looks good.
You guys remember those Orbit commercials?
Yeah.
No, I just made the reference because I don't know. I can't even. Duh. Yeah.
My wife and I will still say like, "You lint liquor." That was one of the ones from the Orbit gum. Yeah, I thought that was Orbit, right?
My wife says that shit all the time. I'd have to.
You lint liquor?
Yeah, I think it is Orbit. Yeah. You two-timing lint liquor?
You ever see those? Is it 5 gum?
Mm-hmm.
They would have those commercials that would look like the fucking Matrix.
Yeah.
Where some dude's in like a metal chair. And
there's like 1,000 blue speakers around him.
Yeah.
Then the ice like washes over him. He's like,
oh, that's what it feels like to chew 5 gum. You're like, I don't know if I need that during my meeting.
What it feels like to listen to 5-day rentals.
I'm chewing gum because I'm trying not to smoke.
Yeah, you blow your eardrums out, you bust in your pants. Nobody wants that during a 9:30 a.m. meeting.
I can't chew this shit. It fucking fucks my day up.
Yeah, dude, we're talking about quarterly numbers here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Bloody hell.
How much is it to start a gum company?
I started
yeah, you kind of you stepped on that great quote.
Sorry, Bones.
That's okay. Go ahead. What you got?
I just had a business idea, a gum company. It couldn't be that hard.
Well, you got to make the gum.
Yeah, we could do that.
What is it?
You know how to make gum?
I got a basement. I could figure it out.
Well, why don't you get started? I'll jump on
what's the rest of the idea?
We make a whole bunch of money.
Okay. I got a lot of those too.
Isn't that the idea of a business?
That was the idea for this thing, and we are failing.
Next season, we're Patreon only.
I'm pretty sure that the first week of discussion was, we will fail. This will go nowhere.
You guys think if we did Patreon only, like it would be so successful?
No.
Hindsight. Nobody would pay for this.
No, we would truthfully be recording for 0 downloads.
Yeah. We'd be pulling our hair out trying to like, we got to do something. Like,
I don't know.
We're not one of those shows that could like still take people's money and then say like, all right, we're going to take a few weeks off.
Never.
It doesn't matter. We pump out 3 times the content that nobody wants.
Mm-hmm.
And they certainly don't want this, the last 30 seconds of us bitching about it.
Yeah, they do.
So now, back to Sexy Beast.
Oi.
So Ray Winstone's playing Gal. He is enjoying his Spanish fella laying poolside, sun tanning.
Do the quote.
Do the quote.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Bloody hell. I'm sweating in here. Roasting. Boiling. Baking. Sweltering. It's like a sauna. Furnace. You can fry an egg on my stomach. Oh, who wouldn't lap this up? It's ridiculous. Tremendous. Fantastic. Fantabby-dozy-tastic. He gets up. Our music kicks in.
You
What?
got the part.
Yes. Means I can quit dieting.
All right, we're going to need you to drop 150 pounds.
What I love about this movie is if you were to meet any of these actors, they're all like 5'5", 140 pounds. Like Ian McShane is small. Ben Kingsley is tiny. But it's fucking cojones, man. They pop. They seem huge.
Winstone looks like he's got a little, like...
He's got some heft to him. He's in a flick called, I think Ian McShane might also be in it. Is it 44-inch Chest?
Yep.
Yeah, I got a bigger one. All right, he's roasting in the sun. He gets up.
Well, they're 5'5". We just established that.
Okay, I know, but come on. I gotta.
That's also,
I'm also
Bones'
taller.
Letterbox review.
I'm also taller than Nicolas Cage.
That's in there too.
So while he's chilling, we meet Enrique, his pool boy, and he's slow to get up. This is like me getting out of a hot bath. He gives a little shit to Enrique, you know.
I like that they got like a little back and forth all through. Well, it's really like the first third. But
yeah, he's like, oh, put your back into it. And the boy's like, this broom sucks. And he's like, it's not the broom, it's the man.
Mm-hmm.
And then he tells Enrique to go grab him a few beers because he's like, I'm not paying you to like muck about. Because Enrique puts on some flippers and starts walking around and shit. We see Gal get like a towel out of like an ice bucket, put it over his balls, lean back over for a little bit. Our credits kick in. He finally does stand up. Great fucking choice to put the title card right over his fucking nuts as he's stepping over the chaise lounge. He gets up. He walks over to put his sandals on. He grabs this little fan. Feels fucking great. And then suddenly, a giant boulder out of nowhere just rolls down this hillside that he lives on. And this boulder barely hits him. I mean, I guess almost like somebody else recently in the news. Goes right in the pool.
We're going to have to cancel our tour now.
God damn it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say anything about whether or not I thought the boulder should have hit him.
They're going to dox us, dude.
Oh, darn.
We're not going to get to play Australia.
Boom. Boulder in the pool. Finally, the boy and Gal jump in. The boy tries to lift the boulder.
This is so fucking funny,
Yeah.
dude. Why do they think
great.
that they can, between the two of them, lift like a 900-pound boulder out of a pool?
It's in water, man.
Yeah.
That
Gal-
does seem to be their thing.
Yeah,
They're
but
like,
Gal's even like, nope, not going to happen. All right, let's go. Now, Gal's wife, Dee Dee, she comes home. Fucking Gal it struggles to get out of the pool. I got the fucking bends. She's like, what is that? He's like, it's a fucking boulder. It almost killed me.
Did anyone catch that reference?
What? I got the
the
fucking
bends.
bends.
Yeah, Jonathan Glazer is very famous for directing
Radiohead.
music videos.
yeah, but the bins is also just like when you come up from the water too quick, right?
Nah, it's the first Radiohead record. Kron.
It's a layered joke, Dan. I think is what Kron's also
I'm right. He's wrong.
Yeah. Well, Gal's
Okay.
freaking the fuck out, obviously, because he almost just died.
Yes. Fuck you, you cunt.
Yeah. So he gets out of the pool. He puts a bandage on his ear. Starts parading around. Tells Enrique, hey, your buddy with the truck, coordinate. Let's get this fucking thing figured out. I want this boulder out of my pool. I want
He
my
put a
pool back.
bandage on his ear and starts parading around. Sounds like somebody else I know.
I do like the part when he's like, call your friend who's got the truck. And he's like, I think he says like Felipe or something. And he's like, yeah, if that's his name, that's the guy.
Yeah.
The one with the truck.
All right, we cut to that night. Now there's another couple there. It's H, spelled AITCH. H.
It's bitch with an A.
H. Right? Very British. And his wife, Jackie. They're over for a barbecue, cocktails. Gail starts telling H about what happened. And this is very important. They say, all right, they're coming to get the boulder on Tuesday, and they're going to retile on Saturday. It's very important for our timeline. If one thing you cannot deny about this movie is its fucking tight timeline. It's crisp.
Mm-hmm.
Well, H starts to fuck with Gal a little bit. He's like, you going to go with the same color water? Gal's like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, yeah, they got so many now. They got aquamarine, deep blue, mid blue.
Tangerine.
They got a chart.
Yeah. It's great.
It's a great character feature of H. Like how quick he just like kind of looks at something in this, and then the little button at the end is incredible with him. Sweeping music and this wonderful montage of the two couples having fun, enjoying their drinks, enjoying their company. People say, do you miss it, Gal? I say, what? England? Nah. Fucking place. It's a dump. Don't make me laugh. Grey, grimy, sooty. What a shithole. What a toilet. Every cunt with a long face shuffling about, moaning, all worried. No thanks, not for me. They say, what's it like then, Spain? And I'll say, it's hot. Hot. Oh, it's fucking hot. Too hot. Not for me. I love it. He's so fucking buzzed. He starts imagining him and his lady macking, floating above the city. This is a beautiful shot. It's like obviously they shot him and Dee Dee in water and then superimpose him over the sky. Looks great.
Macking. You're going to have to explain what macking is to the younger audience.
It's when
necking.
you and a preferred sexual partner have both given consent. You've both been chewing orbit gum for the appropriate amount of time to freshen your breath, and you mash your mouths together in a semi-rhythmic pattern, exchanging fluids.
Hey, Dan, I'll show you next time you're in Nashville.
I don't have anything to do with you after last episode. We broke up.
Seems like we're kind of learning stuff in reverse, to be honest.
It kind of seems like I don't want anything to do with Nashville this week.
Why?
Certainly not any street corners or courthouses.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. What happened? Oh,
Nashville Nazis.
All the Nazis that are
Yeah.
here? Yeah. They fucking suck.
Fucking
hey, if you're also in
Nazis.
Nashville, chuck a brick right at their head. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're fucking Nazis.
Yeah. You can literally just beat the shit out of them. It is net positive to the world. So
Why are the Nazis in Nashville?
I don't know, dude. They just show up like every other weekend, and there's like 4 of them. They go to downtown Nashville and march around with a flag.
Some dude just beat the shit out of one of them, though, right?
Yeah, like
a restaurant owner, or
a restaurant worker.
Yeah.
Yeah, went and beat the absolute shit out of a Nazi in the street. Drop the charges against that chef.
Put some money in his GoFundMe.
Yep.
Mhm.
Gal, H, and Enrique, they're out hunting rabbits. Now, the kid's got this fucking blunderbuss, like old musket style rifle, and H is giving him shit like, no way that thing fucking works. Kid's taking aim at a rabbit, pulls a trigger, thing fucking misfires, kind of blows up in his face. Gal and H just lose their fucking mind. On their way.
This shit would be so fun for another hour. Like, they're just dicking around all the time.
On their way out, H sees like a little rabbit. He's like, hold up. And Gal's even like, come on, dude. Like, it's a fucking baby. And H is like, it's his problem. Now, H has like a carbine repeater looking like, Gary Cooper cowboy Winchester or whatever. And he goes to pull the lever and the lever just breaks off. And now Enrique gets to enjoy laughing at him. They lose their shit. We cut to Gal and his lady at a restaurant. I'm going to have the calamari, Gal says. They're meeting H and Jackie. When they show up, Jackie's got an obvious fucking, like she saw a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Something's bothering her. Gal calls H out, like, whatever it is, fucking leave it outside. All right, let's enjoy our dinner. As soon as they sit down, Dee Dee starts asking, like, Jackie, are you all right? To which Jackie just, like, immediately asks Gal, like, are you definitely retired? And Gal's a little taken back by this, like, yeah, I'm definitely retired. Why? What we find out is that Jackie and H, they received a call just before they left the house. Gal says, what, was it a job? And he starts to, he kind of just fills in the rest, and he's like, let me guess, they want me? Well, you've asked me. And I said, no, I'm retired. That's that. Jackie says it was Don Logan. Fucking quiet, all four.
Yeah, they all immediately, like, change their demeanor.
Yes.
And that's what I've told you to for this episode. I'm retired.
Huh?
I said I was retired.
That was my bit.
No,
That was Bones earlier.
No, it wasn't. It's my bit.
Hey, guys.
Quit trying to Don Logan me right now.
I would like to announce right now that I'm retired.
Well, I retired before you.
Well, it doesn't matter because I'm retiring.
I got the paperwork.
I'm the one who retired from the show.
Quitting and retiring is two different things.
Is it?
How is it?
It's officially
Retiring is just
quitting,
a slow quit.
Yeah, you just stop showing up one day.
You haven't showed up in 2 weeks. You're fired. No, that was me retiring.
I guess it's the tone of the quitting. Like, quitting, you piss on the floor and walk out. Retiring, you bring in a cake on your last day.
Yeah, you get a watch.
Mm-hmm.
How many floors have you pissed on, Kron?
Oh, a lot, dude. Yours, Bones's.
I fucking quit.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
We're prepared. We got some of those puppy mats put around the toilet for the next time.
I saw
you're here.
those. I kicked those away.
Put him in all the corners. He likes to hit corners.
All right,
I'm
Gal.
pissing on the floor, goddammit. I'm smarter than a dog.
Gal says, well, tell him I appreciate it, but I have to decline. And H is like, you can't tell him that. And really adding into the fear, the terror that is Don Logan. Jackie reveals he's coming tomorrow. Gal has a sip of his beer. I love this restaurant. Dee Dee, my lovely wife. Come Saturday, I'll have my pool back. And he reveals that, this was his dream. This was the dream that he dreamed up, serving 9 years in prison. This guy wants to be done. What are you having? I'm having the calamari. Trying to move past it. That night. All right. This is the weird shit.
This is Glazer.
Gal has a dream of he's eating at this table, like a nice nice fancy restaurant table, but it's out in the middle of the desert. And this mutant rabbit man approaches on a donkey.
Why are you wearing that stupid man suit?
Basically. Rabbit man gets off the fucking donkey, walks up to him. He's got a machine gun. Gal's just eating and staring at this guy. Rabbit man pulls the gun on him, kind of starts to, and then Gal wakes up. He finds that
Is that an REM song?
no, that was it's originally a Tears for Fears song.
Ah, that's right.
It's some sad cover though for
Yeah. Didn't that
Donnie
is that the
Darko.
guy that like walked into the ocean?
what?
I remember they used it for Gears of War. When
Yeah.
it first came out.
And wasn't it in Shrek too?
Did he put
What?
rocks in his pockets or something?
I might be confusing, but I think okay, Mad World by Gary
Yeah.
Jules.
Now Google Gary Jules' cause of death.
Riveting.
I'm looking. I'm looking.
Maybe he's still alive. Out there covering other songs in sad ways.
I don't know. Maybe not.
You know the boys are back in town.
No, I guess he's like maybe he's still alive and he's up on a mountain or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm mixing him up with somebody else. I thought he
You're thinking
walked
of,
into. The,
Elliott Smith. He was a very sad songwriter that killed himself.
okay, maybe so. Maybe so. From Donnie Darko, that's a good song. Like, don't get me wrong, but I like the In Excess song.
Oh, the most beautiful word in the world, cellar door. That's the only shit I remember from that movie.
You don't remember the Big Rabbit or
I remember the rabbit.
The
and,
big
like,
jet
there's a-
engine.
Yeah,
Mhm.
jet engine, but that's it. That's
or
that's
when
my
his
three.
sister tells him to go suck a fuck.
How does one
Nope.
suck a fuck?
I've started that movie so many times to rewatch it, and I'm like, nope. Have you guys watched it recently?
No. Not since high school.
I think the last time I watched it was on DVD 20 years ago with the Kevin Smith commentary.
Wow.
Yeah,
Did Danny Duck have something to do with this?
I think so. It was probably his DVD.
Was that just like Kevin Smith was putting out commentaries or that was on the disc?
I think he was there with, was it Richard? What's his name? Whatever. He just did the commentary with the director.
Linklater.
Weird.
No, Donner. Richard Donner.
yeah. That's a good category, though. I've watched it 20 years ago.
Hey, we might be watching it for my selection in British Crime.
Yeah.
You never know.
How?
I'm pretty sure that rabbit's British, dude.
And what crimes did he do?
He made that jet engine fall out of the plane.
Mm-hmm. A lot of similarities. Donnie Darko, Sexy Beast.
Mm-hmm.
What
Rabbit
year
Man.
is Donnie Darko?
I don't know.
2000, 2001, maybe?
What year is this movie?
2000.
I'm going to guess 99 then.
No.
Or 2001.
Well, yeah. Donnie Darko might be 99.
I'm going to guess within...
2001.
All right, so my second guess was right. And Bones said it before me.
Gal
I'm
wakes
retiring
up.
anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what anybody says anymore. We're on the way out.
We're only going up, baby.
He finds Dee Dee. She's up outside. He tries to go to comfort her. She's real worried about Don Logan showing up. This guy must be pretty bad, huh?
He
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. All right. Gal's plan is like, listen, he'll come. I'll say no. It'll be simple. Dee Dee doubts that it will be simple. She even suggests like, what we should just leave. We don't even have to be here. He's like, that'll just make it worse. Okay. And he convinces her to go back to bed. Next day, we see Don Logan, simple gray suit, white, short sleeve shirt. Guy looks fucking clean, freshly
Crisp.
shaven. What?
Oh, I just said crisp.
Oh, very
like
crisp.
Ironed and, everything's in order.
Booking through the airport reminds
Change
me
my
of
shirt. I'm sweating down my butt.
yeah. This is a few years later, but it's like the Collateral intro of Tom Cruise when they cut to him from behind when he's strutting through the airport before he meets Jason Statham in that little cameo. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jason Statham maybe showing up this category.
Yeah.
I feel like, I do like this part of the movie. Like they've built this guy up so much already that he can, like, you can just cut to him walking through an airport. Like I feel like a movie, like your gut instinct would be like, well, let's cut to him like beating the shit out of somebody, you know?
Yeah.
Like, let's establish that this guy's the hard-nosed badass of the UK crime circle, you know?
Like the bullet tooth Tony cut in Snatch.
But it's like the movie's already done so much work that now you just need to watch him walk through an airport and it has some kind of like menacing air about it, you know?
100%, yeah. So Jackie and H pick him up and they head to Gal's. Now, the boulder's been removed. He walks up, he gives the boy some cash to take care of the thing. Cute little moment where the kid kind of kicks him when he turns around. He kind of fucks with him. And then he tells him, like, hey, I don't need you for a few days. Stay away. All right? Enrique, he gets a weird vibe from this. Matter of fact, as Don and Jackie are driving by towards the house, the boulder and the truck going the opposite way. And the boy even kind of keys into, like, oh, they must be going to Gal's. Don arrives. I got to change my shirt. It's sticking to me. I'm sweating like a cunt. Foul mouth on this guy, boys. Inside, it's an awkward city configuration, all right? Our four heroes kind of low. Don sitting up straight, kind of in an awkward position above everybody else. He's real short to respond to everybody's questions. H asks about his brother. He's like, he's all right. You have to ask him though, right? And they ask about the flight. It was all right. It was all right. So this is a Spanish villa. Gail offers to show him around. And he's like, yeah, I will in a minute when I have a piss. H gets up. And he's going to take the two ladies out to lunch. Let Gal and Don talk. Well, this kind of rubs Don the wrong way, and he's got to be alpha here. So he offers to pay. H declines. Gal even has to tell him, just fucking take the money. He takes the money. H is like, thank you. It's very nice of you. Shut up. Cut to outside. Looking over the empty pool. Gal starts to tell him about the boulder that fell. Don asks Gal if he's happy here. And he says, yeah, very. And we start getting into the physicality of Don a little bit more here. He's upset by this, so he moves the conversation. He takes it to the table. He sits down. He makes Gal come to him. They sit, and Don asks what Jackie had told him. Gal just cuts to, I'm retired. Gal says that he's got enough money. He doesn't want to offend, but he's just not up to it. He says, I'd be useless. Useless. I would be. In what way? In every fucking way. Why are you swearing? I'm not swearing. Don starts to tell him a story. Now, this is an interesting thing because he is telling the story as it was told to him. So we get a layered narration of this story, but we're not going to do that. I'm not going to go, this is Don saying this and this is Stan saying this. But we start off by Don getting a call a few months ago. He's watching telly in his undies.
As you should.
Yeah. But again, just the awkwardness of him sitting on that ottoman. The phone rings. He's like, hello? What you doing? Watching telly. Anything good? No. Is this Stan? Yeah. All right. Kron, we're at the part where Don is telling the story of what Stan is telling him.
Mm-hmm.
I was just setting the stage that I wasn't going to do this is Stan saying it and this is Don saying it. I'm just going to tell the story. This all goes back to one Teddy. Mr. Black Magic himself, Ian McShane. He's invited to an orgy. Asses everywhere. Wanking, spanking, fucking, cocaine, camcorders. Like ancient Rome, this orgy. You see
That's the tagline for our live show.
Teddy looks bored as hell at it, though.
Yeah, he does. I mean, he says what he's looking at.
Yeah, he eventually gets what I think he was there for.
Yeah, but I don't know. He just seems like he's over it already.
It seems like it's fairly older people there.
It's like, yeah, it's well-to-do, upper-class sort of dudes, and then all the hired women, I'm to assume.
Say no eyes wide shut.
Nah. Teddy's chilling on a sofa. Like Kron said, he seems kind of bored. He's like laid back, almost like he's got a headache or some shit. And there's a woman across from him. She's asking if he's having an okay time. And he's like, yeah, it's a gas. And he wants to know, there's a guy kind of sitting behind him in the buff, just sort of staring. And Teddy asks, like, what are you staring at? And the woman says, do you know who that is? And that's Harry.
Dan, you were right, by the way. There's no one nearly as sexy as Sidney Pollock at this orgy.
Pollock's the one that calls him, right? Like, hey, this girl's dead, or she's about to die or OD'd or whatever.
When he goes up to the bathroom, he's like putting his suspenders up, and he's like, hey, she just started like seizing up and shit. Yeah, it is weird that he's putting his clothes back on.
The suspenders are fucking tricky to clip in, though, man. All right, he's told that the guy staring at him is Harry. He's the chairman of the Imperial Emblat. All right? Now, this place is safety deposit boxes. Fucking impenetrable, fucking state-of-the-art shit.
Mm-hmm.
Teddy hears this. He kind of sits up, and Harry says, the back of your head. I was staring at the back of your head. Teddy takes a breather, and he just looks at Harry, and he says, men or women? And Harry's response is, oh, definitely. And we cut to, I'm sorry, I'm not into this stuff, but this is sexy as hell. These two dudes get it on.
They're in like a shower or something, it looks like.
Yeah, but it is.
Because there's like water coming down everywhere.
Yeah, and it's a very simple, effective shot of Teddy obviously having something done to him, but you know exactly what's going on. Now we cut to Teddy at the Imperial Emblat. He's checking out the safe. The vault door opens. He's welcomed inside. It's a great cut. He steps into the vault. As he steps in, a door on one of the deposit boxes opens up automatically. He walks up. He puts something inside. It's just a fucking pack of cigarettes he sets inside. Closes it. He starts eyeing the rest of the vault. He steps out. Now, from Stan, from Dan, or Don, what we figure out is that this Harry dude, he's a badass, and he believes truly in his system, and he knows who Teddy is. He doesn't give a shit. I'll let Teddy in there. I feel confident in the system. This was just Teddy casing the place. Harry walks him out. They shake hands. Rest assured, we're very safe, which I think might be a layered thing of, like, also don't worry about what happened between us.
Oh, I thought it was just like no one will know. I'm sure they're both in circles where it's like, I can't imagine the UK crime circle is real open to like sexual proclivities, you know?
Yeah, I think on the surface level, he's saying, don't worry, my vault is safe. Yeah. Next level is, don't worry, nobody will know that Teddy has something here.
Mm-hmm.
Where that's
nobody's
safe.
Going to know that I opened your vault.
Yes, thank you, Dan.
And went in it.
Cool shot of him going through.
I'll see you around. And it turns around.
Yeah. What the fuck are they called? I must say circle doors.
Roundabout? No.
They're the roundabout of doors.
So I got so many
Are they
tornadoes.
sliding door? They're not sliding doors.
No, a sliding door just slides
Yeah,
over.
but I mean,
Revolving door.
revolving doors. Jesus Christ.
We're rusty. We had a week off.
As he's walking, yeah, we did an unnecessary 30 minutes on long legs, and all of my actual podcasting mojo was exhausted.
I would say it's tough to put on your critic hat like right up front.
Yeah, now you know why the cold open is actually kind of important. All right, as he's leaving, he turns the corner and he walks by a bunch of shops. Now, I'm not going to tell you what some of those shops are, but just remember this for later, all right? We cut back to Don giving the orders to Gal. We're looking at Saturday, but you're needed in London this Friday. It's a bit sudden, isn't it? Sudden? No, it's very far from sudden. Teddy's been working on this for 5 months. Stan almost that. I've been in it for 2. It's not sudden. Preparation. But as far as the actual job's concerned, it's a piece of piss. A monkey could do it. That's why I thought of you.
God, this makes me want to take this job, dude.
Don says, you're at the Grosvenor. Your name's Roundtree. Like Smarties. Like Shaft. Gal's just fucking nodding along. Is this a fuck off? I'm just saying thanks and all that. Thanks for thinking of me. But I'm just going to have to turn this opportunity down. No, you're going to have to turn this opportunity yes. I'm not exactly much fit. You seem all right to me. No, not really, Don. You look fine. I'm not. I'm do the job. What? Do the job. No, Don. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. I can't. I can't. Fat cunt. Don't do this, Don. Do what? What am I doing? This what? Come on, Don. There's a boy looking at us. We fucking turn around. Enrique's hanging out.
And scene. That's a wrap on Bones.
So much of this was just going to the fucking quotes page and copy and pasting. I was like, this is just too good.
It's crazy that you painted like a line down the center of your body and you were flipping back and forth the whole time.
Bones, are there any words you had to like look up that were so British you had to look them up?
The one word that I did look up was kip, and we skipped over that part.
Okay.
So
In my movie, yeah, there's like 3 or 4 where I'm like, I gotta look that up because I don't know what the fuck that means.
Kip means like nap, go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go get a kip.
I picked that up from my context clues.
Well, yes, but I also thought like maybe it was like a let's go get a snack or something.
Well, you guys want to get a kip?
It's Enrique. Gal has to tell him like piss off. He's kind of resistant. He's like, go, get the fuck out of here. Gal offers to take Don into town. Don tells him like, hey, you're in for 2%, maybe 3. It's not about the money with you and me, is it, Gal? It's the charge. It's the boat. It's the buzz. It's the sheer fuck offness of it all. Am I right?
One of my favorite lines.
What? It's the charge. It's the bolt. It's the buzz. Cut to the bar. Don just lets out that he missed his plane, so he's going to stay the night. Hope that's okay. Gal's like, yeah, fucking, of course. But what he also lets out is that he had an affair with Jackie.
Oh.
Gal kind of ties into this, but he plays it smart. Like, what? Like, it's a lot of like, what'd you say? Trying to get Don to kind of repeat shit, but he's not. Don starts going on about her, like, says a bunch of shit about like her physical appearance, and I kind of liked her, but I didn't. And he says that during what they were doing, she tried to stick her finger up me bum. I nearly hit the roof. I mean, can you imagine? What if you got to think of a woman who would do that?
He liked it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he gives it like just a beat, and he's like, I quite liked her.
Yeah. But Don wants him to keep it quiet. Like, don't say anything. All right.
Yeah, like I told you guys, don't say anything.
Yeah.
Well, and then at like a level,
hush,
like,
hush.
This is the whole reason he picked this guy for the job, right? Like, he just wants to go back and see this chick.
It's a big part of it. Yeah. There's 2 things. Like, he wants to go. He called Jackie for that reason. He wants to see her. He's hoping that this is another connection with her. But his frustration comes from not wanting to let Teddy down.
Mhm.
Because I think later when he's shaving and having the conversation with himself, I think that's him. It's like a shower conversation of him imagining what Teddy is saying. Like, why couldn't you get him? Like, what do you mean? He just like, you know. So if he can't get Jackie, he at least needs to get Gal. Don asks to see the sea. They're out at the beach. Gal's refusing
the
one more
sea.
time. Shut up, cunt. You louse. You got some fucking neck, ain't you? Retired. Fuck off. You're revolting. Look at your suntan. It's leather. It's like leather, man. Your skin. We can make a fucking suitcase out of you. Like a crocodile. Fat bastard. You look like a fucking Idi Amin, you know what I mean? Stay here. You should be ashamed of yourself. Who do you think you are? King of the castle, cock of the walk? I can't tell if he gut punches him or nuts him with his knee.
I think he nuts him.
Okay.
When he says you've got some neck, shit is fucking funny, dude.
You got some fucking neck, ain't you? Yeah. Look at your suntan. It's leather. It's like leather, man. Your skin. I fucking love that. All right, here's the next paragraph. What do you think this is, the Wheel of Fortune? You think you can make your dough and fuck off? Leave the table? Thanks, Don. See you, Don. Off to sunny Spain now. Don, fuck off. Don. Lying in your pool with your fat blob laughing at me. You think I'm going to have that? You think I'm going to have that, you ponce? All right. I'll make it easy for you. God knows you're fucking trying. Are you going to do the job? It's not a difficult question. Are you going to do the job? Yes or no? No. Fuck off, wanker. You're doing the job. On the way back
Best
home,
supporting actor, like,
nominated.
was he?
I think so.
For this?
Yeah.
That's wild.
I think he was nominated. I don't think he won. Look that up. All right. On the way back home, Don is just fucking berating Gal in the car. Gal has to slam on the brakes because he almost hit a fucking goat. And then Don's freaked out. Like, we don't see the goat. It's just them reacting to it, which is great. Does Don say, like, he's fucking staring at me? It's like creeping me out.
Yeah, I think it's something like that.
They get to the house. H is just going on and on about the giant steak at the restaurant.
All right, we got Michael Caine for the Cider House Rules.
That's what won. That was his payback.
Michael Caine.
Tom Cruise for Magnolia. Michael Clark Duncan, The Green Mile. Jude Law, Talented Mr. Ripley, and Haley Joel Osment.
Oh, so
The
no,
Sixth Sense.
no Kingsley?
No.
That's a tough fucking year.
I'd almost say Haley Joel Osment is the lead of that movie.
Anybody want to guess what won Best Picture that year?
The Sixth Sense?
No.
Mm-mm.
What was? I said what was the year? It's fucking 2000, dipshit. Shakespeare in Love.
Mm-mm.
That was, or it beat Saving Private Ryan, right?
For you, Brad, I've got 5.
Huh. Okay. And he won too, right?
Yeah, for best.
Yeah,
or
that one.
Best
Yeah,
Actor.
that won 3 or 4, right?
Whole bunch.
I don't know. I would say it's
So-
tough because I like him, but I would say Kingsley is better in this role than Cruise and Magnolia. But of those 5, I would take Cruise. Because I'm with Kron. I think Haley Joel is should have been lead.
Yeah, I feel like Bruce should have been up for Best Supporting in that movie.
Sean Penn got a leading
Do they determine that?
Is that
off
I Am
screen
Sam?
time?
nomination. No, for Sweet and Lowdown.
Shooting rats at the dump?
Gonna go down to the railroad track and shoot some rats. Really? Oh, I didn't know that. Russell Crowe, The Insider, Kevin Spacey, American Beauty, Sean Penn, Sweet and Lowdown, Denzel Washington, The Hurricane, and Richard Farnsworth for The Straight Story. That's
What
it.
one? Spacey?
Spacey. I mean,
Whoa.
that's tough.
Wow.
All right. Everybody else is chatting, And Don is just leering at Jackie, and he says, you have a nice voice. Anybody ever tell you that? Nice telephone voice. You ever worked in an office? He says, I used to work in an office. Can you believe that? When I was 17. Can you believe that? And Dee Dee says, what, that you were 17? God damn, this fucking pisses Don off.
That's such a good joke, though. I mean, how do you just leave that out there?
Yeah. He fucking stares at her. You got nice eyes. I never noticed them before. They real? Gal and Dee Dee.
Clearly a crack about her tits, right?
Yes. And Gal and Dee Dee, they just get up. They fucking go to the kitchen. They start arguing. He's a fucking nightmare. H comes in. Well, before H came in, Gal told Dee Dee, like, he fucked Jackie. Did you know that? She's like, yeah. He's like, God damn it. This just makes everything fucking harder. H gets up. He comes in. He's a fucking nightmare. He adds the whole pressure of the whole thing. Don and Jackie left alone, but not for very long, because then she just gets up and goes into the kitchen, too.
I felt like it also had a little bit of that thing of like, when H comes in, it's like, you can't be here. We're trying to talk about you right now.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
Get the hint, dude.
Yeah.
All right, Gal and Dee Dee, they head for bed. This is the part where Don marks his territory. He's fucking taking a piss with no hands and then just kind of slides his hip over and pees a little bit on the floor.
I've been there.
Fucking asshole move, dude.
He starts talking to himself in the mirror.
Every time I'm in a new house, dude. You gotta leave a little something behind.
Why the fuck does he have carpet in his bathroom? It's Spain. Everything's tiled there.
Is he just peeing on the bath mat?
Is it the bath mat?
I think my memory is that it's like splashing on tile. I don't remember.
I thought it was
a carpet.
When it cuts to the close-up, it looks like he's pissing on a carpet.
Okay.
Just like the piss hitting the ground.
It's got to be a fucking bath mat. I hope. He starts stressing out. He's like, God damn it. Why the fuck did you say that? He's stressing out about saying something about Jackie. We see him spying on Gal as he sleeps. Now, this is a weird thing. It then jumps to the next morning because we see him creeping on them, and then he goes back, and now he's shaving. And while he's shaving, he talks to himself even more. And I think this is the conversation, like we talked about, that he's imagining having with Teddy if he accepts that Gal isn't going to take the job. He gets fucking pissed, charges in, wakes up Gal. We cut the Gal just like half awake in his bathrobe in the living room.
Doesn't he kind of like punch him awake?
Oh, yeah.
Like charges in and he just knocks him one for no reason.
How I wake you guys up at our meetups.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He at least has clothes on. Don starts giving Gal shit. Starts bringing up like the handsome ladies man that he once was, right? And he's like, you used to look so good, and then the ladies fucking loved you, and you're here now, and you've settled for fucking Dee Dee. And in this insult, he reveals that he knows, but then also to us, that Dee Dee was an adult film star. When we cut, we see that Dee Dee is awake and hearing all this shit from the bed. And they're in the kitchen. Do it. I'm retired. Do it. This is madness. I'm happy here. I won't let you be happy. Why should I? He says, Friday, you'll be there. I already told Teddy. Yes. He's freaking the fuck out. And Gal finally calls Don out. He's like, dude, we both know you're not here just for me. All right? And Don just challenged him. Like, repeat that? He's like, this is about Jackie. And he snaps, dude. He like starts kicking one of the cabinets and shit. He's like, I want to leave. Call me a taxi right now. And he fucking bolts. And guys, we bolt for a pee break.
Hey, welcome back, everybody, to the 5 Day Rentals podcast. I've cut Bones off preemptively because because it's time for the Hustler Minute.
Ooh.
Oh. Guys, this week's lady is Mona.
Oh my.
See her there. She's kind of hanging out on what might be a beach towel.
What is
More
she?
like a Baja blanket.
She even crossed her hands.
Of course, I know what she's spreading, but Dan, please use your words.
She is laying on a Mexican blanket.
Yeah, I said a Baja.
But yeah, she has crossed her hands and
She is laying on a Mexican blanket.
and is spreading her vagina wide open. And read those numbers on there, Kron. What has she got? It got to be double D.
Guys, like I said, this is Mona. She is 36, 23, 34. She is 5'8", 116 pounds, born in 1969. She
Nice.
says, I challenge you to find a spot on me that isn't tan, declares the mouth-watering Mona. Go ahead, take your time. And then they've added, we certainly tried, but every inch we inspected was golden brown. For explicit one-on-one with other girls, make sure to call 1-800-775-5885.
Oh my. And if any
Beautiful
of you
profile.
have called this number, please let us know what happened.
Yeah, is it still working?
Thank you, Kron. When we left off, Don had finally lamented. He was pissed off enough to just take off. We see him standing at the airport, freaking out. He's finally on the plane, but he refuses to put out a cigarette. Flight attendant is like, please, sir, we can't take off. And he's like, this is your problem. Like,
That's your problem.
yeah.
I feel like I'm this guy. Smoking on planes, pissing on floors.
This is what Kron puts on the persona that he is, but this is definitely something that Dan would do.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'm just gonna go from now on the podcast, just Don Logan every episode.
Okay.
All right, who am I in Sexy Beast then?
Oh, you're D.
Gal. Oh.
I could be Gal. Gal's pretty chill.
He's stressed.
But a lot of your guys' relationship is Dan grinding you and you having to like, no. I don't want to. No.
That's fair.
That is fair. Yeah, that's a fair assessment. I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm H.
I'm a British asshole. Kron, would it be any better if I did it in a British accent to you?
Probably. It'll at least be a little fun, you know?
All right.
Would you two shut the fuck up? I'm going to take a kip.
A bystander, like a guy sitting behind him, is like, why don't you just put the cigarette out? And he's like, I'll fucking put it out if you let me put it out in your fucking eye. Huh? How about that shit? Flight attendant goes,
cut off your hands and use them as a fucking ashtray.
yeah. Flight attendant gets some help. He's like, I want off this fucking plane. Grabs his bag. On his way out, he yells, I hope this crashes. Cut to him being held by authorities. He's been in there for 5 hours. So we know Don, though. This is plenty of time for him to come up with something. This security guy comes up, starts talking, and Don just like cuts him off. And he's like, have you ever been sexually assaulted? The guy's like, what? And he's like, yeah, come here. And he's like standing like a nose to nose with this guy. He's like, yeah, that's what I said. There's me putting my bag up in the cupboard. Next thing you know, I feel hands on me. Someone's touched me. Touched my front bottom. I can't believe it. I've gone all cold. I look around. He's standing there, isn't he? That steward with the guilty look on his face. I was shocked. I didn't know what to say. I had to sit down. I was that perturbed. Then his mate, the other one who was giving us all the lessons on what we do if we land in the sea, how to wear your life jacket, etc. He starts off. He starts looking at me all funny, suggestive. Now, I don't know if they're wanting me for a twosome or something. I don't know how they work it, but I'll tell you what, it scared me. I was shaking like a leaf, so without thinking, I lit up a cigarette to calm me nerves. I was trembling. I was very emotional, and that was when all the rest of it happened. It was very regrettable. Now, I don't want to kick up a fuss, right? Press charges, contact the British Embassy. I'd rather not pursue those channels. That's not my style. I'm not that sort of bloke. I don't want to lose the man his job. Man's got to eat, and I'm sure he's not representative of all you Spanish people. But I would appreciate if you had a word with him. Let him know that that he's been rumbled. It's the one with the ginger hair. Cut back to the villa.
This is the first scene he shot. First day.
First take.
Beautiful. Back at the villa, the couples are getting ready to go out. H is trying to convince Gal that it's going to be all okay, all right? Because he's like, there's no way he's going back to tell Teddy that he failed, all right? He's going to come up with some excuse. He's going to get there and he's going to say, oh, Gal, he's out of shape. He's fat. Gal's getting ready. And he's like, fuck off. I'm beautiful. All right? He's feeling good. Don shows back up. What the fuck? My fucking ears were burning all the way back in the fucking cab. The four meet him at the door. H asks if there was a problem with the plane. Problem with the plane, Don? What's that? What'd you fucking say, cunt? What? Problem? Fucking problem? No, mate, no. No fucking problem with the plane, cunt. The fucking plane was fine. Fucking plane was all right. Fucking plane was perfect. It's you. You're the problem. You're the fucking problem, you fucking Dr. White honky jam rag fucking spunk bobby. I'm telling you. H, you keep looking at me like that, I'm going to put you in the fucking ground. I promise you. Gal tells Dee Dee, take everyone else back inside. Don's raging. No, 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 no. Fucking no way. In his rambling, he mentions Jackie again, but denies her being his issue. He can't wait to see her when she's 70. He starts going on, you know, yeah, she's pretty now. Yeah, she's gorgeous now, but I fucking love what, you know, it's all going to fall apart. Gal notices that Enrique is running up from behind the pool with his rifle.
Time hasn't lost, you know.
Yeah. But Don freaks out. He grabs a bottle, fucking smashes Gal. Gal falls. Don sees Enrique with the gun, but he's not afraid. He walks right up to him, like lets him put the gun right in his chest. Just fucking takes it from him, though. But while this was all going on, Dee Dee ran and she went and got the shotgun. She shows back up. But we cut. Rainy London. Gal arriving at the Grosvenor Hotel. He has a shower. He washes his head wound. He waits around. He falls asleep. He gets a call. He gets picked up. He's taken to the job HQ. Cool tracking shots here. What?
Doesn't seem like he wants to answer that call, but
nope.
He does.
Nope. And he's pretty silent through all this. There's like these cool, I think it's like one or two long tracking shots. It looks like they're like in a dry cleaner facility or something. They're stepping up underneath like all the fucking, you know, plastic covered coats and everything. And he's quiet. We see him kind of, you know, interacting with the old crew, shaking hands, kind of greeting. But then he gets pulled aside immediately by Teddy and Stan. And they want to know about Don because he was due back on Wednesday. But Gal says, no, he stayed with me Wednesday. So he should have been back yesterday. And they were like, Thursday? And he was like, yeah, that's what I said. And they were like, well, we haven't heard him. He's like, well, I know he got on a plane because he fucking called me from Heathrow.
Should have never said that.
Nope. That's the fucking one thing he shouldn't have done.
Mm-hmm.
We cut to, this is a great fucking scene. They cut to like a Chinese restaurant or something, and it's all the crew, and it's just them laughing. Like there's nothing being said. It's just, go ahead.
I thought that was so great too, because it literally is just like 8 guys like ha 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 ha.
Yeah, there's no joke, there's no punchline, they're just cracking up. Gal gets up, he goes and makes a quick phone call to Dee Dee. He's telling her like, you know, I'm just gonna take it step by step. There's nothing else that we can do. This is what I have to do. All right, and I'll be back in a day. Like I'll be back. Next day, he's eating by himself. He gets approached by Teddy, who shows up.
I love when he sees Teddy get out of the car and he's just like, fuck. Like he has like a second of like, God damn it, I gotta deal with this shit.
Yeah. And then he has another vision of that rabbit beast. Just like walk out from like the back of the kitchen or whatever. Just like walk up, aim a gun at him. But then it cuts to Teddy sitting right in front of him.
Do we have a theory on what this rabbit beast is?
I think it's just like impending doom, right? Like the fact that it's, it's like all going to fall apart for him.
I was going to say maybe his anger, because he doesn't lose his shit.
There is something to be said that they were hunting rabbits, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was like kind of the last little like nature-y thing that he saw kind of before. So is that informing the vision at all? There's a part, and it could be Don. I mean, is Don the boulder? Like that's the impending problem, like that makes a splash.
I feel like Don is more the boulder because it's like the boulder comes down and in his pool, he's got like 2 hearts at the bottom of it.
Yeah.
And like the boulder smashes through and like fucks it up.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like Don is more that, like this force that's trying to drive a wedge
Dee Dee.
between him and Dee Dee.
Solid. I think that you're onto something, Dan, with like the anger aspect of it. Like it's just like the manifestation of if he just let everything go instead of being reserved. And
Because I mean, if you look at Gal and you look at Don, you're like, Gal could work Don at any moment. But I know his level of whatever outfit he's in is Don is probably higher on that. So
I don't know.
but I think he
I
could
think Don's
easily
pretty
break
hard,
him.
man. We see how fucking tough he is.
Yeah, but he's still going after.
I don't think it's Teddy. I think I like your assessment that it's him. It's the part of himself that he's trying to like subdue.
Yeah, like get at like I'm done with that.
Yeah.
Like get away.
But let's come back around to that because it's not the last we see of the mutant rabbit man. Teddy wants to know about the phone call that Don apparently made from Heathrow. And he says, he didn't call you. He's like, yes, he did. No, he didn't. That's the most fucking terrifying part of Ian McShane, I think. Like the smile, like, no, he didn't. Gal's trying to play it cool. He's like, I'm not lying. I'm like, why would I lie about this? But we cut back to the previous night. Dee Dee fucking shoots Don in the chest with a shotgun. Cut back. Teddy wishes Gal good luck. He smiles. Takes off. We cut back again. Don laying poolside. His fucking guts bleeding out. He's yelling, help me. We cut to Gal in his hotel room. He's starting to panic. He packs up his shit. He realizes, like, I can't just bolt. Throws his fucking suitcase across the room. Sits down. Another cut back. The first scouting by Teddy at the Imperial. When he leaves, he clocks a steam bath. It's like so fucking obvious the first time you watch it. Like it's it lights up. Yeah. Now, the steam bath, its pool is adjacent to the vault wall. The plan is simple, but it's exhausting. The crew, when we start to see this, they're just going to start jackhammering. So they're like got air tubes. They're all in Speedos. And they're all out of shape. They're all out of shape, 45 to 65-year-old dudes.
Well, not yet.
Jackhammering through this
No,
wall.
I'm hanging out with those dudes.
Well, I'm jackhammering in a Speedo on every weekend, but
I'm
I'm not that old.
I'm hanging out with 55-year-old dudes in Speedos.
At a certain point, you have to pretend to be young and hip. When you're in your 30s, like, am I still going to hang out with young guys and try to be cool? Or do you just make the jump and realize, like, I should just hang out with the old dudes, jackhammering in Speedos?
Yeah. I'm just old now.
Yeah. Now, Gal is a part of this crew. He seems to be kind of leading quite a bit of it because he's got some say in how long it's going to take. We see him, manning a jackhammer quite a bit. Now, inside of the tunnel, he has a vision back to that night. All right. Gal gets up, his head's all bloody. He gets on top of Don. He starts beating the shit out of him. Don yells at at Dee Dee. He's like, "You fucked hundreds." This pisses her off, so she starts joining and starts like kicking him and shit. So Gal's on top of him, beating him. She's kicking him from the side. Don looks to his right where he sees Jackie, and he tells her he loves her. She gets up. She joins in and beating the shit out of him. She starts yelling at H to go get the other gun. Dee Dee grabs the shotgun, comes back over, shoots Don again in the chest, but he's still hanging on. Fucking joker, dude. Fucking jokers. I fucked Jackie. I fucked her. He's looking at H. Ask her. She'll tell you. And H is like, "Yeah, well, I fucked you now, haven't I?" And he slams, I think it's like the barbecue.
Yeah, it's like some big metal.
Yeah. Back to the job. They're scrambling because they have finally punctured, but now they got to scramble to get the guys out because of like the rip tide, right? I don't want them to fucking blast into the vault. So they just get out. They let the water settle. They swim in. It's all peaceful. And then they just take turns cracking open these fucking deposit boxes. And we start seeing the generic shit. Cash, jewels. Then you start getting into like the weird stuff, like Polaroids of smut.
Yeah, there's like BDSM photos and shit in there.
Like blackmail sort of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then this like weird photo of a hunter with some natives wearing these big masks. I sent it to you guys this week.
Yeah.
The job is a hit. Oh, also, Gal like found some ruby earrings, and he's like looking around, and he pockets those. Job's a success. The crew parties. Gal's trying to sneak out early. He's got his briefcase with him, or suitcase rather. But Teddy and
Did he bring his suitcase to the heist? Like he would have had to have it with him, right?
I would assume after the heist, they went to the hotel, cleaned up.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
And then went to the bar.
Everybody gets an hour of downtime before we.
All right, he gets cornered. They like make him a cool little scene where like he sits down in a booth and he's got his suitcase next to him, and then Teddy's like, "No, I'm fucking sitting next to you," so he makes him lift it and squeeze in even more. He starts giving him shit like, you going somewhere? And he's like, "Yeah, I got a plane to catch." Teddy's like, "Well, fuck, I'll give you a lift." This isn't a request. What kind of car does Teddy drive, Dan?
Oh, a Porsche?
Wow.
911.
He doesn't.
Those have the motors in the back. I don't know if you guys knew that.
I'll fucking kill you, dude.
What year?
Death trap.
Though, Kron.
What year? What?
They started putting the motors in the front. But there's a certain year they stopped.
What year was Showgirls 2? That's the episode you told us about that, right?
Yeah.
The $1 million Porsche?
Yeah, my uncle's $1 million Porsche.
It was tough turf.
Was it?
Oh yeah, there's a Porsche in that.
Oh damn, we've had
a lot.
How
of
many fucking Porsche movies?
Shit.
It's weird it's weird the connective tissue that will organically come up, huh?
Mm-hmm.
We're just car guys, you know.
Oh, total gearheads.
Yep.
Vroom vroom, all that shit.
I
We
love
like more than just wrenching on cars.
Dude, I love the gearbox. I love the pistons.
I love the oil.
Oh,
You guys know me.
yeah, I know. I can't tell you how many times I've said I love pistons, and you've just been like, all caps, no, fuck you, I'm the piston guy. I'm like, all right,
Mm-hmm.
all right. I'll stick to the grill.
Hell, I'm kind of turning into a spark plugs dude. So
Oh,
You mean I
start calling me Transmission Dan, I think.
Okay. Tranny Dan?
You got it, buddy.
All right. Teddy does not take Gal straight to the airport. Instead, he steps by his house, knocks on the door. Somebody answers. It's fucking Harry, the chairman of the vault that they just fucking broke into.
Don't you think this guy should be awake already? Like, shouldn't somebody have at least phoned him to be like, hey, your fucking shit got fucked up tonight?
No, he's been in an orgy, dude.
Well, Kron, that brings up a good point. There wasn't any mention of like, oh, the security system was shut down or the water, fried the system or anything. So they just they imply that nobody knows about this yet.
Yeah.
It is
water covers everything, man. Water hides everything.
What,
like water?
Like DNA?
Yeah.
Okay.
Covered in water, you win. Yeah, Aquaman. That's why he's still around.
This man is wet. You must have quit. I know it wasn't good.
I was trying
It's
to think
good.
of
I
one
like
about the
it.
gloves don't fit, but
Yeah, the gloves don't fit because your hands are all pruny, Your Honor. All right. Harry's like, what the fuck, dude? It's like 10 past 5. Like, what's going on? And Teddy just like pushes his way in. He's like, I think he says he's like, my friend Gal needs a drink. Like, pour him a whiskey. And Harry's just like, all right. So they walk upstairs. Harry goes.
That guy's got good whiskey too.
100%. He's making a drink. He turns around. He kind of hands it off. Teddy walks up to him, shoots him in the fucking head.
what the fuck is in this guy's head? Because whatever is on the back of that fucking bar thing, it's like, Jesus Christ.
I didn't even notice it.
I think he had like a metal ball in there.
Oh, is he controlled by Satan? Like a glam rock
Probably.
Satanist?
Yeah.
Use my head like a revolver.
Oh, shit. Teddy makes Gal take the whiskey. It's so good that Teddy's like, don't fucking waste this shit.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to send you guys both of those album covers with me holding them and be like, oh, shit.
Yeah, you're hip, dude. And now when fucking banging, bong,
Bang all gone.
gong. When it starts climbing the charts, you can be like, I was into T-Rex 20 years ago, which was 30 years after T-Rex was a thing.
Yeah.
But you were in the T-Rex 20 years ago, too.
I was, because it was like, oh, shit, that was this guy? And you were like, yeah, here, listen to this album. I was like, this is fucking dope.
I think I got both you beat. I was into T-Rexes, Brontosauruses, Velociraptors.
No,
I was into all that shit.
I'm older than you, and I was into it
4
pretty
or
young,
5.
so.
No, Kron.
You're
losing.
I would have my fucking Velociraptors work the construction site with all my Tonka truck toys.
What are you
truck
drinking?
I'm not drinking anything. I have talked 90% of this episode.
So this truck is named Troy, and this truck is named Troy, and this one is also named Troy.
Yeah.
Yo, go throw them in my Troy box.
I name my Tonka trucks the way George Foreman named his children.
Mm-hmm.
Troy.
They're parked outside Wayne Manor.
Oh. Obviously expanding the Batcave.
Uh-oh, Alfred, a Velociraptor's lost in the Batcave.
It doesn't matter. There's already a giant T-Rex in there that would scare them off. If you guys
We better get in Troy.
Oh, good thing Leonardo's here and Michelangelo.
Where's Don, Gal? Teddy asks. I'm not into this anymore, Gal whispers. He comes clean off screen because we just cut to Teddy and Gal driving in the Porsche. Teddy asks what Don promised Gal for the job. And this is great. Teddy's just like, well, it doesn't matter because I'm going to give you a tenner. And he stops and he pulls out his wallet. And he's like, all I have are 20s. You got change? And he makes Gal pull out a fucking tenner. Break change. If I cared, Gal, if I fucking cared, if I gave a solitary fuck about Don. And he's pausing. Gal's just staring at him. He's like, get out of the fucking car.
Seems like he hates
I
Don.
deserve to take the bus tonight, yeah.
Like he hates Don as much as everyone else in the movie does.
Yeah.
We just don't see their interactions.
Yeah. And it's more about like, you made an unnecessary inconvenience. Like by us having to try to figure out where the fuck Don was.
Mhm.
You know?
I think maybe he's mad about it and then sits on it a few days and is like, maybe I'm not that mad about it.
Well, okay. But also he's been stressing about it for 3 days. And then he's told that we had to kill him because he hit me with a fucking bottle and did all this shit. It does seem like, to Kron's point, it's like, well, I didn't really like him enough to really get that upset about it. But at this point, I'm just upset at the inconvenience of what Stan and I had to try to do. Like, you at least came, at least you came. You did the job. Like, we won.
Yeah, you still got us all the money and the jewels and shit, so.
Well, I don't see what Don is giving to the heist. Like, I don't see him in the swimming pool. Like,
I think he put the guys together, though.
I think that's his thing. Yeah, he just pushes people into shit.
So he shouldn't be that high on the.
Well, I think it's like
the chain of command here.
It's like Teddy's up here, and Teddy is in a position where he can just kick all of his work to one guy, and that's Don. He just tells Don, like, this is what we're doing, figure it out. And Don is the guy that has to go.
Well, I think there's another step. There's Stan in between him.
Yeah.
And because Stan goes to Don, like,
yeah,
they sort of branch all this out. But if Stan starts to freak out, like, where the fuck is Don? Like, he's supposed to go get Gal. Like, that's going to then just feed up to Teddy.
It feels like Don is the lowest guy of, like, the group of high up people.
Yeah. He's middle management.
Yeah. Like, he doesn't have to actually do the job, but he's, like, responsible for if the job gets done or not.
Yeah. And that's one thing we didn't talk about is, like, the whole like jackhammer session, Teddy's just in his suit smoking cigarettes. Mm-hmm. And then once they break through, he like strips down. Do we see him actually opening things, or does he just like go in and then swim out? Like, so he kind of feels involved.
Yeah, there's never like a shot of him prying open a box or anything.
Yeah.
I thought he pulls somebody back whenever it falls through.
Yeah, we talked about that. Like, once they break through, like, the riptide, like, they try to pull everybody out before they get sucked in.
I do love how that ends, though, with the guy, like, shaking the remains and opening them, and it's like, ah!
Yeah. He also, he sees the rabbit in the tunnel, right? Doesn't he freak out a little bit? Does it startle him there?
No, I think he sees Don shot.
That's right. That's right. That's what prompts him to that. And then that's when we cut to seeing the rest of that night. All right. So he just drops him off at like a bus stop. I don't even think he takes him to the airport. Cut to a sunny day at the villa. The four and Enrique are hanging out. The pool's been retiled.
He's like, hey, get on this bus. Don't ever come back to LA and start working in shady circles again.
Christmas.
Hollywood.
Presents. Great sequence right here of just H talking to Jackie about a revolutionary pill that will lock in your hairstyle.
I'm in. Where's that at?
Yep. What really sells this thing is Jackie laughing at it. Like she's like, "Stop it, fucking stop it," and he just keeps going.
I can't even
Hairdressers
with this
are
guy.
shitting themselves. Now they gave this pill to 3 monkeys, who they gave Beatles mop tops. And I think she asked like,
they were not right.
yeah. Don is floating in the middle of the pool. Dee Dee gets up. She's like, "Can I make you a sandwich, love?" And he's like, "Oh, that'd be fucking great."
It would be.
And then we hear Don. "Told you you'd do the job." "Yeah, you were right. But you're dead. So shut up." And we find out that Don has been buried underneath the pool and retiled over. We kind of zoom down in it to the thing. It's the fucking rabbit man. He's like strutting around in this little cave. He fucking kicks open a casket, and it's just Don smoking a cigarette, blowing him off. The end. Sexy Beast 2000.
Oh,
What a picture.
Beautiful flick. Dan.
Gentlemen, Sexy Beast from the year 2000 is directed by Jonathan Glazer. The Letterboxd user rating is sitting at a 3.9. This was released June 15th of 2001 in the United States of America. It did make its festival tour in the 2000s. A budget of $4.3 million and took home a box office of over $10 million. That week at the cinema, you could catch Lara Croft Tomb Raider. Earlier that month, Jesus Christ, month.
Tonka Troy?
God, you could catch Swordfish.
I remember that weekend because I got kicked out of a lot of theaters with Tomb Raider and Swordfish playing the same week.
Later in the month, The Fast and the Furious would come about. Didn't go anywhere, I don't think.
Number
AI, Kubrick's last movie, and a little-known classic called Pootie Tang.
Dan calls AI a Kubrick movie, but not Spartacus.
It's baffling, dude. None of it makes sense.
Guys, AI is actually a Steven Spielberg movie. But okay.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Yeah, we were aware.
Sir Ben Kingsley claims the character of Dawn Logan is largely based off his grandmother.
Wow, that's crazy.
She must have been a bitch.
She must have been terrifying to be around.
Ray Winstone traveled to Spain 2 weeks before filming to get a deep tan and eat as much as he possibly could to bulk up. He called it the best rehearsal time ever. The boulder that we see in the beginning of the film was made out of fiberglass, was kept with a large net, and released when it was rolled down into the pool. Additional shots involving the boulder were created.
It's crazy, like all the people that were yelling about the boulder, like 20 minutes before it, like rolled down the hill, and like nobody did anything about it.
It's right up top there. Look.
Like I hope, like I don't know what would it be like a geology commission or something needs to investigate like why people were ignoring.
You're just tired, man. I'm just fucking tired. Okay?
Yeah, okay. That's fair. That's fair. You know, you're traveling around a lot, you know, trying to protect people from boulders.
Well, and you just get lazy too. You know, you just kind of
just over.
Well, the last boulder didn't fall out of the fucking cliff, so.
Right. And you think, well, all these people, like, or not these people, all these boulders that are here, they would come here because they support this guy.
Mm-hmm.
None of them would want to do anything to this. You know, they wouldn't want to roll. It's just tricky. Or who knows? Maybe somebody put the boulder up there. Maybe Don put the boulder up there to scare him a little bit, you know? Light a little fire under the base.
Fellow thespian Sir Anthony Hopkins sent a fan letter to Ben after viewing this movie. He was also considered for this role.
For which role? For which part?
For Dawn.
Okay.
Final screen appearance of
I think
Caven.
Kingsley was the better choice.
Yeah, he killed it. Final screen appearance of Caven Kendall, who plays Atch, who died shortly after filming Wrapped.
Oh, okay.
This movie heavily influenced the plot of the video game Grand Theft Auto V in 2013.
Still making like $1 million a day, that game.
Yeah. It's insane.
The word fuck is used 115 times in this movie. Gentlemen, any guesses on the word? How many times the word cunt is used?
I'm taking under 115. I'm going to guess around, I don't know, give me like, lock me in at 88, Dan.
88 for Kron. Bones.
This might
Call
be
this
stupid. 35.
I'm going to call this the cunt off. $35 for Bones on the word cunt. Gentlemen, we said the word cunt 17 times tonight. This film used it 21 times.
Wow. I was way off. I thought these British people, they throw it around like it's every other word out of their mouth, you
Yeah.
know?
It's kind of like how we say like.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a filler word for them.
Yeah.
That's all I got, guys, for Sexy Beasts from the year 2000.
Thank you, Dan.
Rate my box.
Take me up inside.
You both locked me in at a 4.0 for Sexy Beast. Kron, what you got for Dan?
I'm going to give Dan a 4.0 as well.
Tranny Dan.
Kron, I'm giving you a 4.0.
Dan 4.0, Kron 3.5.
Gentlemen, as we said, is sitting at a 3.9 in Letterboxd. I really enjoy Sexy Beast. I think Jonathan Glazer is one of the most interesting filmmakers that we have today, and it's unfortunate that he's only done 4 films. I think if a person would have got into Jonathan Glazer, say around Under the Skin, they would have looked up a filmography and seen Sexy Beast, a British mob movie taking place in Spain about a heist. They probably said that's his first film. But then when you watch this movie, it's so Jonathan Glazer that it's not even funny. It's all there, right there. He just has a way of adding in interesting things to a basic story, I think is what he does really well. Dynamite performances throughout this movie. Of course, Ben Kingsley comes in and Kingsley takes it like a fucking freight train. But if you really watch Ray Winstone, you're like, God damn, that's a great performance as well. Everybody does wonderful in this movie. I love the opening with the Stranglers track, walking the beaches, looking at all the peaches and the boulder coming in. And like Kron said, yeah, I could do I'd watch another 45 minutes of him just sitting by his pool. I think this works, man. It's a simple story. Great actors. It's a 4.5 for me, man. It's good, dude. I love this fucking movie. I always have.
All right, dude, Sexy Beast. So this movie is under an hour and a half, and you have 2 very memorable villains in this thing. You've got both Ben Kingsley's Don Logan, and then after that's kind of dealt with, you have Teddy to deal with. I think that's so impressive. Like in this runtime, you get two big bads that are both entertaining. Yeah, I think if I take the movie, like I kind of said in the beginning, in thirds, I really do think the last third is my least favorite. Like by the time we get to the heist, like I'm already in, and the heist is not the part that I care about. It's all these characters that I think are so well written and entertaining. Yeah, man, I could see a version of this movie that is just the first part of it, and you're just hanging out with this character. And I think Glazer is such a good director. And did he write this as well?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, it's like the characters are so well written and fun to be around, like as a viewer of a film. Like I could watch this dude bum around in Spain, going out and trying to hunt, but the goal is not even to kill anything, and like complain about his pool. The one thing that he likes to do during the day is all fucked up, and he likes to hang out with his buddy every single night, you know, and go to the same restaurants. And I don't know, man, it's just like the world building is so rich in this thing, and the characters are so much fun to be around, that the heist part of this is like the bottom tier kind of like stuff that I care about. Yeah, I saw this a while ago. I think when I first watched this, I was like, whatever. I think I was like at a 3 at that point. I really enjoyed it this time. I could easily see this being like a movie that I'd just throw on in the background and I don't know, just kind of like hang out with these characters again. So I'm going to be a 4.0 on Sexy Beast. A good watch. Good pick, Bones.
Yeah.
We have seen the one last job, pulled from retirement, forced back in sort of story before. I think the take on this one is quite interesting. The main struggle not being the job itself. It is, how do I get out of having to do the job? And building from that premise, I think it delivers some quality entertainment. I am with you, Kron, in that I think, and I don't know if this is intentional from a comedic perspective, but I think the heist is kind of lame. I think, and again, I say this when Stan is telling Don that we need like solid dudes for this job, and they are all out of shape 50-year-old men, that is funny. The bummer is when you get to that, the tension is no longer that job. And I think that is the point. I'm trying to respect that, and that has very limited impact on my score. But I do acknowledge, tried to keep that. I think also Logan is such a firecracker in the first part of the movie that it's kind of hard to kind of continue with everybody else at the same sort of intensity. Teddy is a much more reserved terror, and I think McShane plays it great. On this rewatch, strongest part of the movie to me was just like the love of these ladies, right? They stood by their dudes. They were the core thing that Gal needed. But it is ultimately Dee Dee that kills Don. It is Jackie's reaction to things. Like, she is the catalyst for this issue, but they are also the ones that ultimately solve it. Now, Gal is forced to do the job, but it's I wouldn't say it's subtle, but we are just so focused with like the fragile ego of these guys that it's real easy to sort of miss that component. Great acting, very tight script. I do think I would like it a little bit more if it had a thicker back end. But I'm ultimately at a 4. Solid movie. So I hope you both enjoy your points.
I got a game to win. Of course I will.
Let's see. Sexy Beast is going to land pretty high on the big list. This thing's going to come in at number 11. This would currently be right above Apocalypto. And hey, it wouldn't be 5DR if this movie was above those two. Castle Freak sits atop at number 10.
All right. Well, we hope people definitely watch this movie. It's 90 minutes. It's available. You know, throw it on, count the cunts, laugh your ass off, feel a little bit of dread, ask yourself, what do I think the mutant rabbit means? And also think about like what we can do in this country for boulder patrol. It's a real problem.
Boulders are out there.
Yeah. And we came real close. Okay.
How are we
Could have been
protecting
so much worse.
our best and brightest from boulders?
Dan, get us out of here.
Hey, if you guys are on social media, please follow us on Instagram, Letterboxd, and Threads. If you're on Spotify or Apple, please rate, review, and follow the show. It helps us bring the show to more people. But if you really want to fuck with us, there is a link to our Discord on every episode that drops every Wednesday of 5 Day Rentals. Join that, join in on the conversation. Have a good time. If you got any questions, concerns, reviews, or whatever, please email us at 5dayrentals.podcast@gmail.com. But other than that, come on, smile, you cunts.
It's the charge. It's the bolt. It's the buzz.
Roasting. Bacon. Sweltering.
Welcome back, everybody, to 5 Day Rentals. It's the after shower show.
Hey, which one of you two tried to slip a finger into my ass?
It's a bum, not an ass.
All right. Well, which one was it? You?
Maybe.
I'm not a ginger-haired flight attendant. I'm not trying to touch your front bottom.
Gingerhead.
I'm talking about the back bottom.
I'm not a
dude.
ginger.
It's a bum.
I'm accusing you of being the lady in the movie.
Yeah, I know.
You guys ever take a finger up the bum?
What's the next movie, Dan?
She avoided that question real quick. We just did Sexy Beast. We're doing we're doing Crime, ain't we?
Nope.
No?
Doesn't matter.
Isn't it?
We're doing Crime, isn't it?
There you go. Nailed it. Bones will fix that in the edit.
Which is UK, British crime, United Kingdom, which I think is a good category. I like this.
Thank you.
That makes two of us.
2 out of 3. That's not bad.
Big Sexy Beast fans all around. Number 11 on the list. Congratulations, Bones. Breaking that top 15, man. We're gonna go to a pub. I don't think Sexy Beast... Did Sexy Beast have a pub? I don't think so.
Gail had a beer at dinner when he was going to eat calamari.
No, he took Don to a bar. It's where they talk about Jackie sticking the finger up the bum. Not
But was it a pub though?
It's not. Yeah, it's like a Spanish bar.
But then after the heist, that's kind of pubbish. They're throwing darts and shit.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna go to the Horse and the Jockey pub, and we're gonna join a friend named Kane, and we're gonna watch him have a few points and tell a story about avengement. And that's from 2019, directed by Jesse V. Johnson, starring Scott Adkins. It is available on Netflix, streaming. That's where you can get it. We'll not be providing a copy for you.
What's the name of the movie? Horse and Jockey?
No, it's Avengement
Oh, okay.
from 2019, directed by Jesse V. Johnson.
I cannot believe Dan brought a Scott Adkins movie before I did.
I might be exposing some cards there, but
Hustler
I think
cards?
it was time to dip our toes into Mr. Scott Adkins' fucking empire that he's building, I guess.
You know who we're talking about, Kron?
No. I don't know what this is.
And since this was a Bones category, I came I've done some research, and I was like, you know what? Let's make this man a happy man. He's had to do a lot of work these last few weeks. Let's give him a break. Let's let him enjoy some good old-fashioned ass-whipping British style.
Hell yeah.
According to Letterboxd, Jesse V. Johnson has directed 25 movies. I have seen 0 of them.
We could go down a category hole with that guy. And Scott Adkins as well. But yes, he does play Kane. He is a prisoner, and he gets revenge. That's all we'll say. And enjoy the fighting, the blood, and the pints. So.
Hell yeah.
Nothing too crazy.
Hell yeah.
I didn't go heavy on the 70s or anything like that. I said, let's do some fun stuff this time around. Yeah. I think it'd be fun. Nice little good old-fashioned brawler movie.
Available on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
When the fuck did that last happen?
Ice Road?
Maybe.
I was trying to think of the last movie I had that was streaming. I don't know. But yeah, gentlemen. Kron, guess you never seen it?
No. This is I also looked up Scott Adkins, and it says I've seen 1% of his movies, so.
Which one was it?
I think I've seen Doctor Strange. I watched on a flight.
Oh, okay.
And then that might be it. Oh, Zero Dark 30 I've seen. So, but just looking at what he's in, I think that might be everything.
All right. Well, I'm glad that you finally get to experience him as a leading man. And I hope you enjoy it. Bones, I'm sure, is well versed in the Scott Adkins world. Like I said, we can dig deep on that guy if we really, really wanted to. So
I'm excited. I'm stoked. Thank you, Dan. This
you're welcome.
is going to be
I knew you'd appreciate that, Bones.
Put my feet up. I don't have to do notes on it. I'll probably do this whole record next week, just standing up, acting shit out for you.
Yeah, it's an hour and 28 minutes. Easy breezy. It's a good time.
I appreciate
Okay.
it. For every 2 like seconds or rumblefish, you do alleviate the pressure every once in a while. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Hey.
but sometimes it's like you'll throw in a Showgirls 2, but that ends up being 2 hours and 40 minutes long.
I'm sure the runtime of this movie also was a factor after Showgirls for him.
I'm just happy that Showgirls got a 2.0 from everybody, man.
Yeah.
I was very excited.
We might be
about
its
that.
biggest fans.
It earned it.
And it's a movie you've thought about that a few times since, right? Like,
I've thought about the hot dog scene while I was alone.
fuck. I love this show. All right, y'all. Crash and burn. We'll see you next week for Avengement.
Crash and burn.
Crash and burn. Just to be clear, I'm never going to stop self-sucking.